An Introduction to the John Whitmer Historical Association. In this introduction, you will learn about the background and history of the John Whitmer Historical Association, its publication, website tools, conference information, and more. Who is the John Whitmer Historical Association? John Whitmer Historical Association is an independent, scholarly society composed of individuals who share a lively interest in the history of Community of Christ and the Restoration Movement. Members include professional and armchair scholars from many walks of life and faith positions. John Whitmer Historical Association was organized in 1972. 7 years after the Mormon History Association, when 15 scholars from the reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints gathered at the home of Dick and Barbara Howard, the world church historian and his wife, to organize a new history association that was Midwest in focus. John Whitmer Historical Association is named after the first historian of the Latter-day Saint movement, John Whitmer, who served as church historian from 1831 to 1838. The first volume of the John Whitmer Historical Association Journal was published in 1981. One volume was published annually until 2011, when the association began to publish its journal twice a year. Most recently, the JWHA Journal published an article about the possible daguerreotype of Joseph Smith, Jr. In 2023, the journal celebrated the 50th anniversary of the association. The original restoration studies are a series of anthologies published by the RLDS Church's publishing house, Herald House, about the RLDS Church from 1980 to 2000. These volumes broadly published history, theology, and other cultural studies. Authors came only from the RLDS tradition. The series was rebooted in 2009 until 2014, with a joint publishing agreement with John Whitmer Historical Association and Graceland University's Community of Christ Seminary. These volumes broadly published theology and religious and cultural studies, authors from any background. Restoration studies combined with John Whitmer Historical Association Journal in 2015. Every fall and winter, issue 2 has up to 4 restoration studies articles in the back. These volumes broadly publish theology and religious and cultural studies, authors from any background. In 2005, JWHA created its own publishing imprint, John Whitmer Books. John Whitmer Books has published a variety of books across denominations and time periods. The association's official website, jwha.info, contains many website tools to help your research. JWHA holds conferences annually in mid to late September. Conferences are usually held in Midwest locations, with every third year in Independence, Missouri. The presentation proposal deadline is April 6th. Every year. JWHA's annual opening lecture is named in honor of Richard P. Howard, world church historian of Community of Christ from 1966 to 1994. Example of past lectures include Amy DeRogatis, Michael Scott Van Wagenen, and Laurie Maffley Kipp. Most JWHA presentations are in restoration history, but the association also accepts submissions about other topics like theology, sociology, and cultural studies. JWHA awards several conference scholarships to students each year to present their research. You can apply for a student conference scholarship when the call for papers opens. Recipients have the opportunity to assist during the conference. JWHA also recognizes excellent work. Nominate your favorite books and articles and see them recognized at the annual conference. Conference attendees can also participate in the annual silent auction, both at conference and online. Before the conference, you can fill out a donate form with an item you'd like to donate to the silent auction. Find the form when the conference registration opens. Stick around for the closing conference Sunday morning hymn fest. Did you know JWHA has a YouTube channel, podcast, and online store? Check them out at jwha.info today.